Now, the Russians are going to great lengths to try and recover the wreckage of the American drone that its jets downed in the Black Sea. They're diving 5,000 metres to the seafloor, and yet the Americans tell us they've wiped all of the information that the surveillance drone was carrying. Today, Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin spoke to his Russian counterpart, stressing that American drones would continue to fly in international airspace in areas where they are permitted to do so. The Joint Chiefs had this to say about Russian activity in the area.
There is a pattern of behavior recently where there is a little bit more aggressive actions being conducted by the Russians. We think we haven't completed our analysis as to why that's happening. And it wasn't just involving us. There was some incidents earlier with the British and some other nations as well.
Michael Shoebridge, an analyst with the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, joins me now. And Michael, your institute was one of those that Keating hit out at yesterday, calling it an American cell, I think. But look, looking at this issue here, what do you think is the backdrop to this? Do you think this is Russia starting to be more aggressive when it comes to US involvement in Ukraine?
Well, Sharri, the good news for Mr Keating is I'm now with Strategic Analysis Australia, not with ASPI anymore.
Oh, you're not with ASPI. Apologies.
No, so that will no doubt please Mr Keating. But I think the important thing about the Russian aggression against the American drone in international airspace is it shows the real anxiety the Russians have about the vulnerabilities that their militaries are displaying every day in Ukraine. And they understand the powerful role that intelligence is playing in the Ukrainians' battlefield success. So that's why they're doing what they're doing.
Look, it's really interesting that Russia chose to take this action, and it does seem to be a bit of a warning sign to the US to not get further involved, supplying more weapons to Ukraine. You know, is there a point at which Putin is going to decide to walk away from the Ukrainian conflict, or is he just going to linger in there for years to come?
I think Putin's plan is to just try and stay the course, and it's not him or his sons and daughters that are being thrown into the meat grinder in Ukraine. It's a bunch of conscripts. So he'll keep doing that, conscripts and prisoners. He wants to wear out the Ukrainian military, and he's banking on the support of NATO and the US being time limited. I don't think this aggression against the US drone is really him hoping that he'll stop NATO from supporting Ukraine, but I think it shows a real anxiety about his own military's capability.